was a big success. One of the words that my boss actually told me, Jacques LeBlanc at Brault Roofing, I told him, hey, the switch is on. And he said a few words that really resonated with me. He said, good, keep it on. My name is Jeffrey Mendez. I do business development for Brault Roofing, and this is my LMI journey. Before LMI, personal development was something that I kind of dabbled with in and out of my career, but LMI is quite interesting actually. I was going down towards a bit of a downward spiral, no motivation, really lazy, tired, brain fog, you name it, I had it. Some of it had to do with my personal choices, whether it be diet or lack of finding an outlet. But when LMI started, it was interesting because as of day one, it was quite invigorating. One of the most powerful things, as Gabe, being the facilitator, said to me, you're not gonna know when, but something's gonna click. You're not gonna know how, but it's gonna happen. And it did. So through LMI, leadership per definition, I'd say one has to lead by example. There should be motivation and discipline in that formula. As we were doing LMI, we had to choose personal goals and business goals. So from my business goals perspective, we chose an avenue where I want to get more involved with the company, get more responsibility, create a team, lead that team, so on and so forth. But then also you have your personal goals. And my personal goals are quite simple. Being in sales, obviously, there's a lot of social events that you have to attend to. With those social events come a lot of indulgence, whether it be consuming cocktails at happy hour or always on the road. And what's the easy thing to do on the road is fast food, obviously. So my weight got out of control. I was up to 275 pounds. My heart rate, my blood pressure was skyrocketing. Even the doctor said, you gotta do something because you're pretty much pre-diabetic at this point. So I took that opportunity as a personal goal to say, you know what, I wanna try to slow down on the drinking, try to eat a little healthier. Exercise wasn't even on my mind because I had a gym membership. This is a true story. For over a year, I've actually applied to the gym. I had the initiative to go, and I've been paying for over a year without stepping foot once into that facility. So as LMI started going on and on and on, I was kind of going up and down. And the thing about LMI is the accountability factor. Every time you guys meet, you have to be able to say, hey, how are you doing your goals? What have you done to get to that goal? And it was failure on my part, on top of failure and failure, never achieving what I said I wanted to do. And then it happened. Something clicked. I didn't know how, I didn't know when, but it did. So I started changing my diet, started going to the gym, started getting more involved in work with larger projects. And they were giving me the responsibility to do it. Seeing that I wanted that initiative and that drive was there, things were changing, and they were changing fast. I'm happy to say that with the company right now, they're actually looking at hiring some people under me so I can build a bigger team from the sales perspective. They've handed me over very large projects to manage, and they were managed successfully, I'm glad to say. From a personal level, as of today, this morning, I am down 55 pounds. I went from a 40 waistline to a 34. I used to be an 18.5 neck. I am now a 16. It's been quite the journey, quite the transformation, but that doesn't come with LMI alone. That also comes with your team. See, I work for Brault Roofing, and we have a brotherhood, which I like to call Bro Brothers. They were there for me every step of the way. With LMI, you're not just thinking about yourself, but you're also involved on a very, very deep level with your colleagues and coworkers, and it becomes quite intimate. And you learn a lot about each other, and you learn to respect each other even more. So what was my biggest takeaway from LMI? And how can I encourage you to take the program? Well, two things, motivation and discipline. You see, motivation doesn't need discipline. Motivation can come at any time, and it's up to you to capitalize on it. Once it's at your doorstep, on the horizon, jump on it. Motivation doesn't need discipline. Motivation is unexpected, and there's nothing that can really spark it. It just shows up. But it's up to you to really, really ride that motivational wave to its peak. Now, discipline, not so nice. Discipline does not need motivation. Discipline is unforgiving, and discipline waits for no one. That's up to you. If you can channel into the discipline factor and channel into the trait of motivation, you're gonna have a recipe for success. And LMI can help you get there.